Okay, so today we are doing exercise 3 and 4 for practice 32. So exercise 3 is just talking about all the parts of speech we have learned so far. So we have learned 7 of the 8 parts of speech. We know nouns, which are person, place, or things. So those are the who or whats of the sentence. We know the verbs, what is being talked about. Remember, with nouns, it's not subject nouns because objects of the prepositions are also a who or what question. So we just say nouns. Verbs is what is being talked about. We have the adverbs, which can modify a verb, adjective, or another adverb. And those are the how, when, and where questions. We have the adjectives, which modifies a noun. Remember, modify means it gives it more description. It explains a little bit about the noun. And those are the which one, how many, and what kind. And then after that, we learned pronouns. Now, remember, we're not going to put subject pronoun or possessive pronoun adjective because if we would do that, we would leave out some. So if I put subject pronouns, we leave out the our or his, those pronouns. So we just list it as pronouns. We know prepositions. Now with a preposition, we don't need to put object to the preposition because it's already listed in the nouns, because the object of the preposition is a who or what question, and subject nouns are also who or what questions, but they both are nouns. We know conjunctions, which combines sentences with and or but we also have those subordinate conjunctions like until or as far as. So those kind of unusual conjunctions. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the 7 nouns we know so far. Hopefully we will get to interjections, but I don't quite know if we'll get all the way there, but those are like the wow, whoa, oh no, before a sentence. Then the other part of this, so that was practice or exercise 3. Now we have exercise 4, which has these weird letters. So we have an S for simple sentence. And remember, that does not have any conjunctions. No conjunctions. We have an F for fragment, which is a sentence that's not finished. So that would be like, we ran up the hill to, and then you leave it there and you're like, to what? Or running down the hill. Who ran down the hill? What happened to them? We have SCS, which is a simple sentence. I'm just going to put S for simple. Simple sentence with a compound. I'm going to put C for compound, with a compound subject or noun. I'll put noun here. So that would be like mom and dad in a sentence. Mom and dad walked to the park. Or Johnny and Joan walked to the park. Or the blue caterpillar and the purple butterfly are best friends. So sometimes you might have adjectives in between the and too, and that's okay. We also have an SVC, which is a simple sentence with a compound verb. So that is like, we ate and drank. We ate popcorn and drank pop at lunch. So sometimes you can have a word in between there. Or we ate spaghetti and drank our soda at the park. But it's any two verbs with the conjunction and in between it is a SVS. Then we have a CD, which is a compound sentence. So that would be two independent clauses. Remember, an independent clause is a sentence that can stand on its own. So I'm going to give this one a little bit of space. So that could be like, the dog slept and the cat heard. The dog slept could be a sentence on its own, period. The cat purred could be a sentence on its own. Those are two independent clauses because they can be sentences on their own. And it's combined with an and, or but, or sometimes a semicolon. And then we have a CX, which is a complex sentence. And that is when a independent clause and a dependent clause are put together normally with a subordinate conjunction. Now, he's trying to eat his tiger right now. Hi, can you say hi to the kids? Sorry about that. So, an independent clause and a dependent clause are put together with normally a subordinate conjunction. So that would be like, you can't play until your homework is finished. So you can't play is an independent clause. Remember, that can be a sentence on its own. Until your homework is finished is a dependent clause because that until makes it need something else to finish it out. What happens and what's going to happen until your homework is finished? Or what can't happen? We don't know because nothing's in the sentence. So it's a fragment is another way to say a dependent clause. So it's kind of like this is the mommy clause. It can stand on its own. It can support itself. And this is the baby clause. It needs the mommy to make it make sense.